Howdy, howdy. Welcome back to another video. It is the 29th of September. It's a Sunday afternoon. I've got quarter to two, 1:45 p.m. In the afternoon, in the p.m. Been having a really good day. I love my Sundays. um, yeah, I always think when I have a productive Sunday how much how much I've enjoyed not drinking. I think I used to not waste a lot of Sundays, but I noticed that ever since I stopped drinking, I've really just enjoyed how I use the time during my Saturdays or Sundays. So yeah, another lovely day. Got my workouts in. Went out for brunch, and it was great. Got a lovely message this morning that a friend had started watching my videos or stumbled upon my videos, and she sent over some of her favorite poems. And funny enough, one of them was by Charles Bukowski. And if you have been watching my videos, you know that Charles Bukowski is one of my favorite poets. So I've been inspired to look up Charles this afternoon, and I came across one of his poems, "Let It Unfold You." Enfold you. Sorry, "Let It Enfold You." Um, it's a pretty long poem, but I'll just read it out. I'll read the blurb, and we'll see how we go. Let it enfold you. Either peace or happiness, let it enfold you. When I was a young man, I felt these things were dumb, unsophisticated. I had bad blood, a twisted mind, a precarious upbringing. I was hard as granite. I leered at the sun. I trusted no man, and especially no woman. I was living a hell in small rooms. I broke things, smashed things, walked through glass, cursed. I challenged everything, was continually being evicted, jailed, in and out of fights, in and out of my mind. Women were something to screw and rail at, and I had no male friends. I changed jobs and cities. I hated holidays, babies, history, newspapers, museums, grandmothers, marriage, movies, spiders, garbage men, English accents, Spain, France, Italy, walnuts, the color orange, algebra angered me, opera sickened me. Charlie Chaplin was a fake, and flowers were for pansies. Peace and happiness to me were signs of inferiority, tenets of the weak and addedly mind. But as I went on with my alley fights, my suicidal years, my passage through any number of women, it gradually began to occur to me that I wasn't different. From the others, I was the same. They were all fulsome with hatred, glossed over with petty grievousness. The men I fought in alleys had hearts of stone. Everybody was nudging, itching, cheating for some insignificant advantage. The lie was the weapon, and the plot was empty. Darkness was the dictator. Cautiously, I allowed myself to feel good at times. I found moments of peace in cheap rooms, just staring at the knobs of some dresser and listening to the rain in the dark. And the less I needed, the better I felt. Maybe the other life had worn me down. I no longer found glamour in topping somebody in conversations and in mounting the body of some poor drunken female whose life had slipped away into sorrow. I could never accept life as it was. I could never gobble down its poisons, and there were parts, tenuous magic parts, open for the asking. I reformulated. I don't know when, date, time, all that, but change occurred. Something in me relaxed, smoothed out. I no longer had to prove that I was a man. I didn't have to prove anything. I began to see coffee cups lined up behind the counter at a cafe, or a dog walking along a sidewalk, or the man, the mouse, or the way the mouse on the dresser top stopped there when its body, its ears, its nose, it was fixed, a bit of life caught within itself, and its eyes looked at me, and they were beautiful. Then it was gone. I began to feel good. I began to feel good in the worst situations, and there were plenty of those. Just say the boss behind the desk, he was going to fire me. I've missed too many days. Here he is dressed in a suit, necktie, glasses. He says, I am going to have to let you go. It's all right, I tell him. He must do what he must. He has a wife, a house, children, expenses, most probably a girlfriend. I am sorry for him. He is caught. If he is caught. I walk into the blazing sunshine. The whole day is mine, temporarily, anyhow. The whole world is at the throat of the world. Everybody feels angry, shortchanged, cheated. Everybody is despondent, disillusioned. I welcome shots of peace, tattered shards of happiness. I embrace that stuff, like the hottest number, like high heels, breast singing, the works. Don't get me wrong, there is such thing as cockeyed optimism that overlooks all basic problems just for the sake of itself. This is the shield and a sickness. The knife got near my throat again. I almost turned on the gas again. But when the good moments arrived, then again, I didn't fight them off like an ally adversary. I let them take me. I luxuriated in them. I bade them welcome home. I even looked them in the mirror. I even looked into the mirror once, having thought myself to be ugly. I now liked what I saw, almost handsome, yes, a bit ripped and ragged, scars, lumps, odd turns, and all in all, not too bad. Almost handsome, better at least than some of those movie stars, faces like the cheeks of babies' butts. And finally, I discovered real feelings of others, unheralded, like lately, like this morning, as I was leaving for the track. I saw my wife in bed, just the shape of her head there, not forgetting centuries of the living and the dead and the dying, the pyramids, Mozart dead, but his music still there in the room, weeds growing, the earth turning, the table board waiting for me. I saw the shape of my wife's head. She's so still. I ached for her life just being under the covers of the. I ached for her life just being there under the covers. I kissed her on the forehead, got down the stairway, go outside, got into my marvelous car, fixed the seatbelt back out to drive, feeling warm to the fingertips, down to the foot on the gas pedal. I entered the world once more, drove down the hill, past the houses, full and empty of people. I saw the mailman, honked and waved. He waved back at me. Okay, that was a long poem. But I'll read the blurb and I'll see. Again, this is exactly why I fucking love Charles Bukowski. The poem follows the speaker's journey from his anger towards acceptance and contentment. Initially, he rejected peace and happiness as signs of weakness. However, through experience of adversity, he realized that he is not unique in his struggles and that everyone grapples with hatred and deceit. This realization leads him to acceptance, appreciate moments of peace and beauty, even in difficult circumstances. I fucking love that. I think that is absolutely incredible. I think even when we are talking about ourselves to other people, I always find that everyone has a story of hardship and how they overcame it and how they're stuck in a rut, and even me, especially me, I love it. But I think what I took out mostly from this poem is that everybody goes through it, and I think it emphasizes how you should be sympathetic to other people. Even when he was getting fired, I think he mentions when he was getting fired, he talks about how his boss even has a wife and a kids, and he's got a job and a role and things that he needs to, get in order. This is his job, not to take it personally, but to thank him And I think he says something about having a girlfriend in hopes that he doesn't get caught, or if he gets caught, what would happen in that. So he's putting himself in, or he's acknowledging someone else's perspective, and in that, it just, you become more selfless in that sense. And that's one thing I've learned a lot this year, is to be selfless and to always try and put yourself in other people's shoes. I struggle doing that. I will continuously struggle doing that, but I find a lot of strength in acknowledging that, that I am aware of it, and it does help me a lot. But yeah, beautiful fucking poem. Longer than what I usually make or upload, but this Charles Bukowski, I just love the way that his perspective in the poems that I have read, or in the quotes that I've come past, I've read out and done a video on. Yeah, even the first two lines, it was just like, either peace or happiness, let it enfold you, let it become you. Be content, be happy. What a beautiful life to live. I'm extremely grateful for everything I have, in the good and the bad, to just enjoy the moment. I think, and it's a real skill. It's not easy to do. Yeah. Yeah, sweet. Great poem to finish off a Sunday. I really enjoyed that one. Anybody that is watching this, yeah, if you guys ever stumble across anything that, I don't know, you like, or you'd like me to do a little video on, send it through. I quite like it a lot. I quite like being inspired, or coming across new poets. I think it's awesome. Yeah. Anyways, I'll throw my hands up. Deuces. I'll see you guys tomorrow.